Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris, the part-time window cleaner. Today I'm going to give you a tour, as promised, of my van, the brushes, the tank, the size, the reels, everything. So stay tuned on this wet day. So you can probably hear it's raining, so it's a good day to do this video inside, which is why I'm sitting in the van. And also I thought I'd start at the back, the front of the van, and then I'll work my way back. And all my kit at the moment is outside under some cover, so we'll do that. So in terms of what I actually carry on the van, it's pretty standard. It's a two-man system. It's a 650 litre water tank, baffle tank. It's obviously two pumps here. I'll get out of the way. Two pumps here, the battery, and then the split relay battery, and that is a battery which connects to the van, and it almost trickle charges it, so it doesn't source too much power from the van, and then obviously the van won't cut out. So that's quite a good thing to have. I'll take you around there after, but there's two controllers just there, which I actually access from the side. I find that actually works a lot better, but you know, horses for courses. And then you've got the two reels at the back, which I will show you in a minute. But the tank itself is awesome. When I initially started my window cleaning adventure, probably about 5 years ago, I kind of went balls deep on it and just went for a 650 tank, two-man system, knowing that if I could grow the business, I could get someone else to come out and help me for the day. And I do that a lot. As I said on my last video, this probably gets me through. It depends on how many jobs there are, but you know, if I do around 10 jobs a day, I've still got water at the end of it. So it's a really good system, and it's pure freedom, which I can't fault, to be fair. Let's move on. A quick one worth noting: this lid, which came with the tank, is fine, but what they install around the center is normally a little cap, and that allows the tank to breathe. But unfortunately, the lid was allowing too much water to come out. It was pissing out all over the floor on every turn, so I decided to get rid of it and install this. It's just a bit of cheap pipe work you could get from Plumb Base, and there's just a valve in there, and you can control whether it's fully open or fully closed. That way I can still allow the tank to breathe, but no water's getting out. So welcome to the side. Not much to tell you really here, other than show you what I was talking about earlier. So this is the valve I created. I sit it here, as I said, so there's a bit of a gap. You can just literally up or down. Up is closed, down is open. I leave it at mid just to allow the air to breathe. The ladders, I wouldn't be able to survive without these. They're great just to access any sort of Velux windows you can't reach from an angle, anything really. There's a step up I also carry, which is really useful. And then the two controllers. Normally these are about 40 psi, I believe, and it does the trick, at least in my area, but it all depends on the weather. Speaking of weather, it's absolutely raining. That's all to talk about really down the side. Let's move on. So I've laid everything out on the ground for you now, so you can see it. This is exactly what I carry on a day-to-day basis in the van. I'll go through each bit of equipment. So this one's just the hose reel, mainly used for conservatories. It's a hose lock connector straight into a tap. The end of it is I think I put a reducer in there, so there's a Jubilee clip there, reduced to, I don't know what millimeter hose that part is, could be like an 8. And then I've put a Rectus 21 on the end of it, and that part allows me to then plug into my water fed pole. And normally I've never had any issues with it, and normally the pressure in most houses are good enough for me to use, so I normally get conservatory roofs done with that. Next is my traditional bucket. I do some shops, so I literally go inside with this. Can't beat a bit of fairy liquid, and that's exactly what I use. I'm not sure of other people's methods. Maybe message me if I'm doing it completely wrong, but I haven't had any issues in the 5 years I've been doing it. A basic bout, a squeegee, and applicator, and that's by Unger. And then I've just got a kind of pouch there for my cloths, just to wipe down any water. And within the shop, I normally take a towel in with me as well. And I've also got a blade. So next is, this is a bit of the bucket lives at the back of the van really, but fire extinguisher, which I probably need to relocate, but I do leave it in the back just in case. Dustpan and brush, and Ubic 2000, which I'll, as I've showed you in previous videos, will add to a bottle and spray, a spray bottle, just to take with me on anywhere I'm going really, just to get any crap off the window I can't ordinarily with the brush. Sign, which I think is a must, especially in today's society. Doesn't give anyone a reason to try and sue you if they trip over your hose on the pavement. A pole for internals, so this extends, again Unger. And really, if I have to do anyone's inside windows, traditionally I can put the applicator and squeegee on the end of that. So it's actually a good bit of kit. The big boy. So this is actually what I started with. I started in a car with about 4 barrels of water, 25 litre barrels of water, and that holds 25 litres of water, and it's never let me down. I still use it to this day, and the reason why I use it is because if there's any back garden areas you can't really access with hose, you can just take that with you. So I'd highly recommend it. And all I've done is put this on. I just got this trolley from like B&Q. Put it on the trolley, the wheels. Literally take it anywhere. Put a bungee around it. It's secure. Great bit of kit. I can't tell you the PSI that comes out of it, but it's obviously not as much as you're used to with working with a big tank. But yeah, moving on. I organised this box recently. Bear with me. So this is basically bits and bobs, and I think most window cleaners will say they can't live without this sort of stuff. So literally got a couple of hose lock. I've got some, well, I'll tell you what, this is really handy. This just allows you to take the water out of the system quite slowly, but if I need to fill up a bucket or something, I can just connect that to the end of the hose, and yeah, easy. Glue, just to any fixtures I need to make on the poles. Jubilee clips, an array of them. Again, hose lock connections. Gooseneck. I've got these just in case the pump fails or leaks water. I can replace them with them. And these are clips for the pole. Each section have them. I'll go for it after. Yeah, they're really helpful to replace if you need to. So yeah, just some bits and bobs really. And then I've got a spare brush, X-line brush, older one now, but I use that for soffit fascias, so I can just plug in. Screwdriver set, just a basic one. And really that's it. I mean, I've got some high-vis jackets in there and also a helmet. I do have a couple of jobs I go on site sometimes with, and the rules and regulations under health and safety dictate you have to wear boots, helmet and high-vis. So that's exactly what I carry now. So moving on, the gutter vac, the Panther. This is brilliant. I've made my money twofold. It's been amazing since having it a good couple of years ago now. This is the middle range one, I think, the Panther. I know my brother who works in the gutter industry has the Predator, and that's like, I know I'm going to be wrong here. I think this is about 1600, whereas the Predator is about what, 3600 or something like that. So it's a lot more powerful, but this is great for residential houses. Anyone that asks you they need their gutters cleared, this does the job. And the maintenance is a lot lower. To clean it is so easy. And yeah, highly recommend. I've got aluminium poles rather than carbon because I always knock them about, but they do the trick and they're still going. And I've had it a couple of years now. And obviously the extension lead, that works for it. So that's my kit. I'm going to put it all away and I'm going to get the brushes out and go through that with you. Okay, let's start with this one. This is the Gardner Pole SLX 25 foot. You can get, I think, a CLX, which is the range below it, and the only difference is this is carbon, the SLX is carbon, and it made such a difference on the shoulders. So if you are looking at getting a pole, my recommendation would be to make sure you go straight to the SLX range and not the CLX. I think it's CLX, but correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, so great pole, and I use it on most jobs. Moving on to the brush. The brush is an X-Line seal brush, and I believe it's flocked as well. It's got the rinse bar in the middle. I'm not sure if you can see it. Just here. It's got the rinse bar here, and I'll be honest, it's a game changer. Love it. I'm gonna order. I think this is a 26 in size. But I'm gonna order 35. I think that's actually even better, and you can actually get. I don't know how many jets you can get. You can get more obviously as they get longer. But really good brush. I've never had any issues with it. And the best bit about it is when you are cleaning quite high up, level 2 or whatever, it really does clean the seal really well. You don't have to worry about it. And I know other brushes you kind of have to, I don't know, reposition yourself slightly to get them seals, but that does it for you just because of the shape of it. So yeah, highly recommend that. Great bit of kit, and I love the Gardner Pole. It's a win. Okay, on to the next one. This is the mid-range one. This was the SLX 27 from Gardner, 27 foot from Gardner. I actually started with this pole, but I've since extended it by 3 poles. So what was 27 foot is probably now about, I don't know, 44-ish foot. Obviously, the more poles you add, the heavier it becomes. It's a great pole. I had to invest in a better hose. I think this is called a PU hose for hot water. And what that effectively does is, as you get higher, the hose becomes obviously more stretchy in standard hose, like the reinforced hose. So you really want the hot PU hose, which is less stretch, and it allows you to. And this all depends on if you're using a univalve, which I do, by the way. And if you don't know what a univalve is, you put it in so you connect it on the hose, probably sits about there inside the pole, and it just allows you to pull, and if you pull, it will turn on the water, so it will release the water through the hose. I'll get one, and we'll go through it at some point. But it's a great bit of kit. The univalve, it will save you a lot of water. Gardner don't sell it; they're against it. They like the on-off button, your waste or whatever at the bottom of the hose, and other window cleaners might just kink the hose at the bottom. But for me, univalve is awesome. So yeah. Moving on from that, the brush is another X-Line brush. This brush has done me really well. This was more of a premium brush. I think it's a DuPont brush. What is DuPont, I hear you ask? I haven't got a clue, but I do know that it is a lot better on the windows, a bit more softer. It's not flocked, and I believe what flocked will do, which is the other brush, is it will be better on lead windows. It will be less evasive. But no, this is a really good brush. It's still got the rinse bar inside of it. and I've never had any issues with it at all. And I'll get another one. As I said earlier, I'm going to get a longer one, probably a Bec 5. But yeah, that is my mid-range brush, and I'll normally use this on, I've got a bit of contract work, so it go high. But I've got even higher one than that. This doesn't even fit because it's so big. But this is the Nano Carbon 72 foot, a working height of about 75 foot. This is from X-Line. It's a great pole. I don't get any sponsorship, any money for saying any of this, so take it as you will. I initially got what's called the Evolution pole. I think it's Evolution Plus from X-Line. I think it might even be their own pole. It was so heavy. Can't remember the kilograms difference between that and this, but it was quite substantial. Send it straight back and got this, and this is a breath of fresh air. The only reason I've got this is because of a contract I have, and it justifies it. I know a lot of people might say, well, you can't effectively clean a window that high. You're probably right, you can't, but you can clean it, and you will do a better job than it looked before. Where I clean these windows, there's no access at all, so there's no other way of them cleaning them. You can't even get a cherry picker there. So this does do a good job. Obviously, the higher you go, the less you can see, of course. I will always do my best. But yeah, I love this pole. It's a great pole, and it serves a really good purpose. So if you are looking for a high reach pole, this is one to consider. Get in touch if you have any further questions on it. I could probably find out. Yeah, let's move on to the reels. Right, the moment I've been waiting for anyway. Excited to introduce you to the new addition to the van, which is the double stack Pure Freedom Reel Master. So electric reels, I've just upgraded from the manual Pure Freedom double stack reels, which served me really well, to be honest. But it was just a nice investment, and the more you kind of progress into any business, you try and work a bit smarter, not harder. So here I am with this now. I fit it a couple of days ago with a friend. Went through Pure Freedom. The reputation is great. The customer service is great. And, you know, it's a really sturdy bit of kit. But time will tell. Let me turn it on and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, this has got 4 speed stages to it. I've left it on 4 just to give you a demonstration. I'll reel it out and I'll just show you the power it can create. It's great. It's 12 volt, I believe. Comes with a really idiot-proof big button. Can't go wrong, he says. It's great. And you can see the speed it can build up. Has got an anti-snag on the reel, so if the hose gets caught on a tyre or anything like that, as you're trying to reel it in, it'll stop, which means it won't blow the fuse. Yeah, not much else to say about it really. It was easy to install, so top points for Pure Freedom. And that's it. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I'm the part-time window cleaner, and follow me around the van tour. If you've got any questions, reach out to me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.